Hello, I'm going to show you how to format an essay according to MLA standards. So let's start off with page numbers. Now for a one-page essay, you do not need to insert a page number, but for anything more than one page, you do. So I'm going to show you how to do that, even though I'm going to take it out because this is just a one-page format that I'm using today. But this is how you do it. You go to Insert, you go to Page Number, go to Top of Page, scroll down to plain number 3, and then type your last name. I'm going to use the name of my mythical student, Sally Cream Cheese, who is invisible and also never seems to advance and graduate. So she's been with me these 6 years, going on 6 years. So Cream Cheese space 1. That's the way it would look for a paper that's longer than one page. But since this is a one-page format, let's get rid of that. Close that out. Now, as we know, when we open up a document in Microsoft Word, it always comes up with Calibri, 11-point, single-spaced, with an extra space, as you can see, after every paragraph, or every time you hit return, it's going to stick an extra space in there. So we want to fix those things first. So I already have the type ready to go to format. And that's fine. If you want to do it that way, just type up your rough draft like this and then format it afterward. It might be easier to do it that way, but either way, it works. So I'm going to go Control A to select all of my text, and then I'll go over here and change this over to Times New Roman 12-point. Go over here to paragraph, the up and down arrows, we will go double spaced. And here's the thing, you can see these spaces, right? Between the lines of the header, after the title, and then you could also see them between the paragraphs. We're going to remove that space after paragraph. Now, what do you do if you already have a paper that's formatted and that option doesn't show up? I've selected my text, I've clicked on this little thing, and it's not there. What do I do? Help! Well, this is what you do. This is the workaround. What you're going to do is actually add it back in, add space after paragraph. So we're going to do it wrong, okay? And then go back and take it out. And now we know that the entire paper is perfectly spaced in terms of like double spaced with no extra spaces after the paragraph, but we still have some work to do. So let's go ahead and fix this header. Sally Cream Cheese, Mrs. Jeske, that's the name of the instructor. We want the name of the class, so we'll say she's in American Literature, spell it out, level 2, block A, and then the date the paper is due, not the date that you're writing it, and I'm going to just put in, December. I hate how the cursor jumps around in Microsoft Word. December, spell out the month, spell it out, December 31st, 1999, which was the date that we all thought the world might end because the computers would blow up because they wouldn't know how to handle 2000. Y2K. Yeah, didn't happen. Thank God. So let's go on to title. Now, first of all, we have to center it. Let's do that. Second, let's pick a title that's specific to our paper rather than just the generic title. Your title needs to refer to your content and not the overall content of the assignment. So, for instance, summer reading essay, no, that's not a good title. Social issues of mice and men, also not a good title. How about racial discrimination in of mice and men? Yes, that is more specific, so let's go with that. Or and of mice and men, because we're also going to be talking about racial discrimination in today's society as well in this particular assignment. So that's a very specific title, and it leads the reader to know what to expect from your paper, so that's good. We still need to take out those. No, we got the extra spaces. We need to insert an indent. So let's highlight our text here, just the text. Let's drag this top little triangle over to the 1/2 inch mark. Now we have our 1/2 inch indent. That's good. Now, what do I do if, say you forget to type your title in, or maybe on your research paper you need to put in a subtitle? What happens if you try to do that and you already have your indents set up? This is a subtitle. You can tell right off the bat that that's not quite right. It's a little wonky, it's not centered, and that is because it's indenting 1/2 inch. So you need to highlight that and drag that little triangle back to the gray where it belongs. But this is a 1 page and we don't use subtitles, so I'm going to get rid of that. All right, it's looking good, yeah, it looks pretty good. 1/2 inch indents, 1 inch margins. Now what we need to do is do the works cited. Okay, so I am going to insert a page break because the works cited needs to be on its own page. What you don't want to do is hit return 20 times. You want to go over here to pages and click on page break. Now I can tell because I have a flashing cursor right here, and also there's a lot of space, that there's an extra space that I need to delete. So I'm going to highlight that, hit backspace. I'm going to center works cited. Whoops, sorry about that. I'm going to center that. And now I will format my works cited page. This is the thing that many students mess up. What we need to do is create a hanging indent. It's not that hard, but yeah, there's a little trick to it. So here's the easiest way to do it. Highlight your citation and wait, what happened? Where'd it go? Okay, there it is. Highlight your citation and then go over to paragraph, click on the little arrow in the corner, go over here to special and select hanging. Hanging. And there it is. And then any subsequent citations that we do will follow that hanging indent format and you're good to go, which is pretty awesome. Now, what do you do if you forget how to do this? Well, I'll show you my other way of doing it, which honestly I did for years until a student, God bless her, told me about the special hanging indent function. This is what I used to do. I would drag the whole thing over 1/2 inch like that. You click on the bottom of these two triangles and then just grab the top triangle and drag it back. That also works the same way. And I believe that's it. That looks like a well-formatted, professional-looking paper, 1 page paper. And that is all.